Hey, what's going on everybody? This is John Shake Gaming on the mic here, coming at you with a brand new episode of the Earlham Teambuilder Dynasty here on NCAA 14, featuring that college football revamp. Of course, we got ourselves an exciting way to end this regular season, man. We are on the road. We're taking on number 2 Anderson, and you know, they got a nice squad, man. B- overall squad with a B offense, B- defense. You know, they got one of the better offenses in the country, 31 points per game, you know, top 50 in both passing and rushing. And Lee Corso is going to be rocking with them, man. They're a better squad, but hey, we have been counted out a lot this season by Lee Corso. But Lee Corso is usually wrong about that. You know why? Because we're 7-4. And our goal here today, we're trying to go 8-4. You know, trying to finish strong and solidify an opportunity for us to go to a bowl game. And not only go to a bowl game, you know, things are getting really interesting on our division. Let me explain. So this is what our standings are actually looking like going into this week. We are tied with Manchester. Now, granted, unfortunately for us, because we did lose to Manchester, that's our only conference loss. We don't have the tiebreaker. So if we want to go to the conference championship game, we need to go about winning our game. We have to take care of Anderson first, and then hope that Manchester, you know, is able to beat Rose-Hulman, which Rose-Hulman has something to fight for as well. They're 5-6. They need one more win to make it, you know, at least be bowl eligible at the very least. But you hate to see it because, you know, Manchester's playing the worst team in the division this season. So hopefully we can get that going, you know, our way. But it's really unfortunate because we're on the tougher side of the division. We're the second best team in the conference this season. And the fact that we're not going to be able to go to, you know, the conference championship, despite being a top 2 team in the conference, that's really tough to take in, unfortunately. But, I mean, it is what it is. We just have to take care of business. Speaking of that business, though, let's go ahead and get this regular season finale underway, taking on the Anderson Ravens. Let's go and get it, man. And if you're excited about this episode, man, make sure you hit that like button. And then also, if you're brand new and like the content here on this channel, I encourage you to hit that subscribe button as well. I would truly appreciate it. Now let's go ahead and get to work, baby. Let's get it. Alright, man. So final regular season game. Time to get this thing underway, man. Let's see if we can get it done, man. Win this game, we could potentially go to a conference championship game in just our 3rd season at the FBS level, man. That would be insane. Trying to see what we can do, man, here. We got a 1st and 10 going up here. Ball's on their 35 as, you know, they're trying to hit us with those out routes and in routes here, you know, pretty early. You know, getting that kind of cheese going. And what's not helping us either necessarily is we got a face mask actually called on us. So not a good look here. MJ Granson giving him an extra 15 yards to work with. So now a 1st and goal coming up here on the 9-yard line as Davis gonna get it out to Johnson for the halfback screen and gets it forward to about the 3-yard line. Josh Brown was able to at least go ahead and make the tackle. As now 2nd and goal now coming up here. We got Davis out on the right-hand side and gets it into the end zone. The Ravens are going to strike first. They're gonna go up 7-0 early here, man. So now 1st and 10 now coming up here. We actually go 3 and out on our first possession of the game. So, you know, looking for our defense to respond, you know, make something happen here. As Matthew Sands is able to make the tackle from behind. But still an 8-yard gain as it leads to a 3rd and inches now coming up. As now moving the tight end out to the outside. They're actually going to pass. No, it's a halfback draw. You know, we had Nate Hunt come up in there and make a good tackle, but at the same time, though, you know, they were still able to get the 1st down. And they keep the drive going for the time being. As Greg Davis will try to pass it down to the right-hand side. That's incomplete. Dude, throw it behind him. It's now 2nd and 10 now. Davis dropping back again. This time throwing over the middle. Finds a Williams right in the middle of our zone and picks up another 1st down. But maybe we can go ahead and get these guys off the field, though. 3rd and long coming up, and we force him to drop the pass. He heard the footsteps, baby. Let's go, man. And they're going to try a really long field goal here as well. 55 yards. This kicker does have the capability of making it, but not this time around. Just leaves it way, way short. As we check out a studio update elsewhere in the Heartland Conference. And Bluffton does beat Mount St. Joseph 41-31. And that's going to get the Bluffton Beavers to the bowl eligibility. Mount St. Joseph going to be on that bubble as well, sitting at 6-6. A win there would have at least secured the bag. We got 2nd and 10 now coming up, throwing to the outside, finding Adam Hill the third, who ends up breaking a tackle and picks up 17 yards. So for the very first time today, we are sitting in Anderson territory. As we check it down to Danny Carson, who spins away from one defender and is able to pick up 8 yards on the check down. That's not bad at all. So now 2nd and 2 now coming up here, 5 wide set. Looking over the middle, finding Danny Carson once again, picking up another first down here as well. Gain of 11 on the play. As now we got another 1st and 10 coming up on the edge of the red zone. It's a play action going out to the outside where Jakeem Short is, who breaks one tackle, but gets brought down for a gain of 20. As we're sitting right on the edge of the end zone, trying to punch it in and tie this game up, but this defense is just absolutely stingy right now. And not only that, we got called for a penalty. They get Derek Blue for holding, who's had a very good freshman campaign, but bringing us back big time though. So now 2nd and goal now once again, trying to get some of those yards back. And we actually do with Adam Hill III calling that jet sweep, able to pick up 7 yards with that carry. Is able to get us moving, at least back to where we originally were. And now we got another 3rd and goal coming up here. Patton dropping back, trying to get it to Jariah Bond, but he's brought down short of the end zone. And our coach wants us to settle for a field goal. You absolutely hate to see it. Although the field goal is up, we at least do get some points on the board, as we do go ahead and end the first quarter of play. And we're hanging in there with the number 22 team in the nation, only down 7-3. Let's see if we can pick things up here in the second quarter. Forcing the 3 and out, so we have an opportunity to get our first lead of the game. As we throw over the middle, get it to Danny Carson, who does end up picking up the first down here. Gain of 21. So we're back in field goal range for Jacob Ramos, but we are looking for a lot more though, as we hand it off to Jesse Green, who ends up picking up 9 yards there on the ground. So a 2nd and short now coming up. Let's see if we can get it back in the hands of Jesse Green here again. As Patton drops back, gets it out to Green on the outside. Got some space to work with. He's going to be pushed out of bounds at about the 10-yard line. Basically a goal line situation coming up for us here. Since, I can't even see the first down marker. So we're basically going to punch it in here in these next few plays. And we might with Jesse Green, but he's brought down at the 1-yard line. We were this close last time around. Can we punch it in this time? As Joey Washington comes to the game, he's our emergency running back. And he punches it in. The preferred walk-on gives the Earlham Quakers their first lead of the day against the number 22 team in the nation. That's also the first career touchdown for Joey Washington in his collegiate career. So now 1st and 10 now coming up here following that sequence. So we got this 10-7 lead now coming up here as we stand up their star receiver Ryan Brown for a gain of 6 yards. See if the defense can still keep up as we try to call a blitz here, try to get some pressure on this quarterback, but we can't get to him in time. And Williams was wide but naked open, and Mario Hernandez couldn't necessarily make the tackle either. He picks up the first down. So now a fresh set of downs coming up for the Ravens here, as Davis drops back on the play action once again, going short, and again another missed tackle for Mario Hernandez. That's something that he really does need to work on. That's why, he was only a 3-star prospect despite having some pretty good cover skills. He can't tackle. And you can tell it at times right there. Another broken tackle right there. As we got a 2nd and 7 coming up here. Davis throws it over in the middle and gets it for a gain of 17 yards. So the Ravens now sitting at the edge of the red zone here once again on a 2nd and 6 now. Davis He drops back, but misses his receiver. He was looking for Ryan Brown, but can't quite hit him underneath. So we got him to a 3rd and 6 this time around, trying to get these guys off the field. As Davis, he's got some time to work with, but misses his receiver once again. And that's going to bring up 4th down here, as Anderson's going to try another field goal here to tie this ball game up at 10 apiece, as the field goal is now up, and it is good. Gets it right behind that right hash. So game now tied up at 10 apiece here as we get into the last few minutes of the 2nd quarter. As CJ Patton tries to go to work here, drops it off for Adam Hildeford, who nearly finds forward and picks up the 1st down here, a gain of 6 yards. And didn't get lit up like a Christmas tree, you know, and that's nice to see because it does seem like the type of guy that, you know, it seems like every time he touches the ball, he's always, you know, getting hit extremely hard. We do ask him to make some ton of tough catches. It's now 2nd and 9 now coming up as we get it off to Jesse Green over the middle once again. And he picks up the 1st down on the ground, picking up 10 more yards here. So we're getting close to it. We're crossing midfield here. And we're looking to take the lead right back once again as we throw over the middle. Gets it to Jariah Bond, who just trucks a safety. You know Jariah Bond is loving that, baby. Let's go, man. So now, 1st and 10, throwing over the middle, finds St. Wilhelm, and he's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Quakers. An original walk-on, getting on the field, and helps us propel this team to a 17-10 lead after 1/2 of play. Let's go, man. So let's go. 1st and 10 now coming up here. We're up 17-10 on the number 22 team in the nation. That would be a great way to end the regular season if we can find a way to hang on and win this football game so that we can go out, you know, beating 2 top 25 ranked teams in a row. That would be some great momentum going into the postseason. As we got 2nd and 3 now coming up, Jesse Green fights forward and does pick up a 1st down on the ground here again, as we're working pretty well on this drive here as we got another 1st and 10. Patton over the middle to Adam Hildeford, who manages to pick up 7 yards with that catch. So now 2nd and 3 now. Once again, another throw for CJ Patton. He's trying to throw it over the middle. He was looking for Jariah Bond. It was a tight window that we were trying to get it up through. But, you know, we threw it just a little bit off target, and it gave the safety enough time to make an interception. So we had an opportunity to get, you know, 2 possessions, a lead, you know, kind of thing going. But, you know, instead, you know, we're still only up 17-10. But it could be a tie game quickly as Ryan Brown burns us downfield. Justin Burden cannot catch up to it in time. And this game is all tied up now at 17 apiece. As we try to get another drive going here. Let's see how CJ Patton recovers from the interception. We throw short to Adam Hildeford, who is immediately brought down, but for a gain of 15 yards. So we continue to go ahead and keep it moving here. A couple plays later now. 2nd and 10. Jesse Green going to take the carry. Breaks 1 tackle. Gets away from that linebacker. And what a nice job being able to do something with nothing there. I thought he was going to be brought down for a loss for sure, but he almost ended up picking up a 1st down, which I really like to see. And Jesse Green will finish the job and indeed pick up that 1st down here as well. As we actually get a face mask called on Jesse Green here as well. They're going to call it on Marcus Fortinot. As we got another 1st and 10 now coming up here as Patton dropping back, thrown over the middle, gets it to Danny Carson. And he gets us in the red zone here. But unfortunately for us, you know, my capture card really started to act a little weird like around this point. So we miss a good chunk of that last drive, as well as, you know, half of the 4th quarter, which is really unfortunate. But, you know, we did score on that drive, thankfully. It sucks that I couldn't record that for you guys and show it to you here. As CJ Patton looking to trying to find somebody to get open, but he's actually going to end up getting sacked for a loss. And so with 3 minutes left, we're actually going to go ahead and punt this football away because, you know, that sack got us out of field goal range. So that's a big sack right there for the Ravens. It's still tied up at 24 apiece, so Let's see if the defense can do its job here at the very least. Or are we going to give up a potential game-winning field goal? You know, that's something that I definitely want to avoid. If they're going to score, we have to let them score a touchdown quickly so that we can go ahead, you know, at least give our team an opportunity to have the ball here and make a last-second comeback if it does come down to that. Or we can just stop them on this third down here. That would be fantastic. As somebody is actually moving on the line of scrimmage. Are they calling that on Anderson? They are. They're calling that on the Ravens, baby. Let's go. 3rd and 9 now coming up here. Got him in a zone defense. Got to make a play here. Davis over the middle, but we can't make the tackle. We had guys there, but we couldn't get the job done. So now the Ravens are going to go ahead now and go into their no huddle as Davis drops back and gets it off to Marcus Green, who manages to pick up 7 yards on the ground. But that clock is still ticking. 1:15 left. One more first down could get him into field goal range as Davis drops back and gets sacked by, who is that, Lonnie Morris? I think that's Lonnie Morris. That's a name we haven't called in a very long time, but he gets a huge sack for us right there as it forces 3rd and long here. As now we go ahead now trying to get set here. Looks like Anderson is going to go ahead and just try to run out some of this clock. Maybe it's going to set up some kind of running play, I would have to say. I don't know, man, but we just got to make sure that we don't allow a first down right here as Davis drops back, but gets the out route to Williams. It's another first down. Anderson now in the edge of field goal range. One more first down will definitely put us some very, and I mean very deep trouble here. So got to come out big here. 2nd and 12. Davis dropping back, and there's Cooper open right over the middle. And the Ravens are going to go ahead and take a timeout to set up this field goal here with 13 seconds remaining. This kicker is 1 for 2, and after this field goal, he's 2 for 3 now. So Anderson takes the lead on the field goal, and we're going to be down by 3 points here. Going into, you know, this little play right here. 1st and 10 now coming up as Patton dropping back. He's looking around, going to try to send it downfield. Hail Mary it! But it's incomplete, though. CJ Patton didn't have the arm. And that's how this game's going to end. We fall to the number 22 team in the nation. We end up losing this game by a final score of 27-24. And it's just a really tough one to take in, unfortunately, because, you know, we were definitely in a position to at least go into overtime. You know, worst case scenario. But, you know, we just couldn't get the job done. And, I mean, we're still a young team. We'll figure it out eventually. But now we'll go ahead and check out the stats for our guys moving forward.
So I'm not going to lie, you guys. This loss right here is going to be a tough one to take in, man. We had the lead going into the 4th quarter, and we straight up blew it. And it's a tough one to take in. It's just something that we have to learn. You know, we blown games before. You know, I think this might be the 3rd blown lead that we've had in the 4th quarter this season alone. So, like, we're going to finish the regular season 7-5, but we could have very much easily had a 10-win season if we can figure out, you know, how to go about closing our games, man. So, it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Checking out the stats for our guys. So CJ Patton, you know, had a pretty solid day today. 233 yards, a touchdown, and a pick through the air. Also on a 65% completion percentage, which is pretty nice to see. On the ground game, though, Jesse Green was doing most of the work. He stepped in for the injured CJ Holman. He had 22 carries for 87 yards and a touchdown. Joey Washington was able to get onto the field. The preferred walk-on from Georgia had a few carries for only 10 yards, but also found the end zone as well. For the receivers, you know, we threw the ball a little bit more often than we usually do. Adam Hill III led the way today. 6 catches for 69 yards. Nice. That led the team in both catches and yards. St. Wilhelm, though, this is a guy that, you know, we haven't really called his name much here in season number 3, but he finds the end zone off of his only catch. For blocking, King Nut, only person to register a stat for us, and he allowed a sack. And then for the defensive side of the ball, Nate Hunt. This dude was just simply all over the field today. 15 tackles. 15 tackles. That is insane. Also had 3 TFLs. Dude was a defensive monster out there on the field. So, something that I really like to see. Also forced a couple of sacks as well. Izzy Ray got a sack, and then Justin Burden ended up getting a sack for us as well. So you really like to see that. I just really wish we would have ended this season on a dub. We'll see what happens in terms of, postseason prospects. Alright guys, so we're here at week 15, and since this is a bye week, I am going to come with you guys with a big Earl football podcast for the very next episode of this dynasty. We're going to take a look at Cedric Hill's tape. He is a free safety JUCO guy. He's playing in the one of the JUCO conference championship games. So we're going to take a look at that. We're going to go on a scouting trip just for him. And then on top of that, we're going to take a little bit of a look at our recruiting board as well, our postseason prospects, as well as a few other things as well, as we get ready for some potential postseason action, including which bowl game do we get to go to if we are invited to a bowl game, of course. Even at 7-5, not everything is guaranteed. We have been screwed over before here on the channel. But that being said, it's going to be a good one, man. So make sure you smash that like button, as well as hit subscribe if you do happen to be brand new. This is John J. Gaming on the mic, signing off, but hoping you're all out there having a wonderful day. Take care, everybody.